Hi all, myself Heera from the Department of Journalism. In this session, we are going to deal with the listening skills. So before moving on to the aspects of listening skills, we need to understand the difference between listening and hearing. Imagine that on a fine morning, you are getting up from your bed and you will definitely hear many sounds like the chirping of birds, sound of vehicles and the sounds from kitchen. As you have the ability to hear, definitely you will hear all these sounds. It's just an involuntary activity. But at that time, your mom is asking something like, Beta, are you eating the breakfast today? So you need to listen to that. You need to pay attention. Then only you will be able to reply for that. So that is the difference between hearing and listening. Like hearing is an involuntary activity and listening is a voluntary activity. In the case of listening, you need to pay attention and you need to have concentration. Then only you will be able to understand. So that is the basic difference between listening and hearing. In case of listening, you need to understand. And in case of hearing, you don't need to pay attention because as you have the ability to hear, you definitely hear all the sounds around. So that is the difference between listening and hearing. Now, let's see who is an active listener. Imagine you are sitting inside a classroom. Okay, definitely some students always hear something and they are just sitting in the class for the sake of attendance, as you all know. But some students want to understand what the teacher is saying. So they are trying to be an active listener. So these are the features of an active listener. That first thing is that you should need to keep an eye contact with the speaker. It is not just to show that you are an active listener, but also to show that you are having good mannerisms. So whenever you are speaking with someone, you should definitely keep an eye contact. Next point is respond. When you are listening, definitely you need to make the speaker understand that you are listening. For that, you need to give some responses like okay, yes, you are right. So these are the responses that you can give to show that you are listening to what the speaker says. Next point is expressions and gestures. Always you can't give all this response like okay, that's right. Instead, you can show some expressions, facial expressions like yes. So you can show those kind of expressions and gestures while you are listening. Like for saying yeah, if you are agreeing, you can show like okay. So these gestures and expressions can also be used to show that you are actively listening. In some classes, in some classrooms, some students shows all these three features because just to make the speaker believe that you are listening. But the most important thing is pay attention. Then only you will understand what the speaker is saying. So that is the most important feature of an active listener. So when you are listening, when you are trying to be an active listener, you need to follow all those features. Then only you will be able to understand whatever the speaker is saying. In certain situations, actually the thing is that you want to listen and you want to actively listen to what the speaker says. But there are some situations you can't properly listen. Those are called barriers of listening. Imagine you are sitting inside a classroom and I am teaching you. You people want to actively listen to my class. At that time, a group of students are walking on the corridor and they are making so much of noises. Definitely you won't be able to listen whatever I say. So the first point is external noises. Imagine that when it comes to online classes, there are many other barriers like technical issues. You want to listen. The thing is that you want to listen, but there are some network issues. Then also you won't be able to listen it properly. So the first barriers of listening is external noises. Next thing is that lack of concentration. You want to listen actually, but you are having some personal issues. So whenever you are trying to listen, this thing will come into your mind, the personal issues, maybe some family problems or like that. So then also you won't be able to properly listen, because actually you want to listen, but these are remaining as a barrier, or these problems are popping out in your mind. So next thing is lack of concentration. And the next point is lack of clarity and audibility. Imagine that the students are interested in the class, but the teacher is not able to clearly communicate, or her voice is very low. So then also the students are not able to actively listen. That is the another problem. This thing the last point is related to the speaker. Lack of clarity and audibility. So these are the major barriers of listening. I think you can also point out some more features or some more barriers of listening. So that's all for this class. We will continue in the next session. Thank you.